Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Leilani and today's video is going to be another Sephora sample series video, and basically what I do is I just get a sample from Sephora and try it out on camera, and that's pretty much it. And today I am trying out the new Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation. I'm very excited because I really wanted to try this foundation purely because of the packaging, and then I said to myself, Leilani, no, you're a crackhead for that. Let's just like try it out by getting a sample at Sephora. So here I am testing out the Sephora sample on camera, and that's what this video is. Anyways, before I do get into this video, please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you think of the foundation if you already have it, what you think it looks like on my face, like how do you think it performed, if you're going to go get it after this video, if you're not going to get it, why not, anything like that, go ahead and comment that down below. And please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I post every single Tuesday and every single Friday. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. So for eyes, really quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and just use my Morphe 35M Boss Mood palette and just create a look with this palette really quickly. I'm just gonna go ahead and like speed through that, and then we'll go ahead and get into how I apply my foundation and the foundation itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyes really quickly. Alright, so now that the eyeshadow look is completed, almost pretty much, I'm gonna go ahead and take my sample of the Primed and Peachy Too Faced Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. I really have liked this primer. Using it, I'm pretty much done with this sample, but I wanted to get one more use out of it. I don't want to use a bad primer or a primer that might affect the foundation in a negative way, because I want to do everything to make it look good, because I want to look good, and just simply because I want to give this foundation a fair shot and a fair review. So I'm going to go ahead and use a primer that I really like, because I really like this primer. Ooh, the one thing about this though is that it balls up. It's like flakes. And I don't know why it does that. It might be because this is an older sample. I got the sample during Black Friday. But yeah, it does flake. I've had this happen with a few primers, not just this one too. So maybe it has something to do with my skin, I'm not sure. But that's like the only issue with this primer. Next, I'm going in with my Urban Decay Pore Perfecting Primer, and I take this in just my T-zone, so I double up on primers, and I just take some in my hand, just dab it right under my eyes and on my nose and just my T-zone area. I get really oily in these areas, so I feel like I need more primer, and also my pores are humongous. So I just really want to combat those two problems. All right, by the way, I really do love pairing, like doubling up primers. I really would suggest it if you do have problem areas, especially around like your T-zone area. I've seen a lot of people do it. I think it really works just for how the foundation wears, like throughout the day, how it looks in this area particularly. So yeah, just a pro tip. And I really like this primer. I really like just using it right here. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and correct, and I'm gonna go ahead and correct with my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is the red concealer, as you can see. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little bit in where I basically have like a beard. Then I just blend out that concealer with my sponge. Then I go ahead and take my Fit Me powder. This is in the shade 360 Mocha. And I just take my brush. Actually, I'm not gonna take my brush because I just learned not to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and take my powder sponge, and as you can see, I already use it, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the butt of my sponge and just press it into my skin. At first I was using a brush, and I forgot that I switched to sponge, but the sponge really presses the powder into the skin, and it just makes it so that you're less oily throughout the day because you have that powder pressed into your skin. And this is all so that the foundation looks flawless. And also I do this with, this is like my everyday thing to do. So just to let you know, this is how I would normally wear any other one of my foundations. All right, so now that that is all done, now I can finally go ahead and go in with the foundation. This is the shade that I got. I went in and I tried, so this is 470. I tried 480, 490, and yeah, I tried those ones, and 470 seemed to be the nicest on me. So, ooh, it's already coming out the, so let me just go ahead, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take this on my finger. All right, so as I always do, I'm gonna take my brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this onto my skin. I like this shade. I'm not sure if it's perfect on me, but I like this shade actually. I think it's a nice shade. And it's shade 470C. I'm not sure what C is supposed to mean. Maybe cool. I'm not sure. All right, so what I'm noticing so far is that it's definitely not drying down super fast, which I like because I want to have time to be able to blend out my foundation and not have it just stay. I have some foundations that I have and that I've tried, they dry down quickly. This one does not do that, and so I like that about it. So far, I'm really liking how it's sitting on my skin. This is a tad dark for me, however, I'm not mad at it. I think it's a tad dark, yeah, especially with my chest. But my chest is always lighter than my face anyways, and I'm not gonna try to match my chest. It's just too much of a bother. It's summer. My whole body's just colored. I'm just gonna have to live with that. So far though, I'm actually really digging this foundation. Ooh, I like how this foundation looks. You know what it is? It looks like my skin, I just washed it. I like that. It looks like I just washed my skin. I love how like that glow that you get after you just did your makeup, not your makeup routine, your skincare routine. That's what I feel like this looks like so far. So that's dope. I'm gonna go ahead and take a sponge now, spray it with my Makeup Revolution setting spray. That I'm running out of this one, but I already bought a new one, so I'm good. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and pat this into the skin, even though honestly it doesn't really need to be blended more. So if you just blend with the brush, I think you could probably skip this step. However, I like how this step kind of melts the foundation into the skin and really like mixes it in with your skin. Ooh, I'm kind of obsessed with how this looks actually. I know that usually I give really positive reviews for foundations. I realize that. That's because I'm not a picky person. So if it looks decent, I'll be like, I like it because it looks decent. But however, I genuinely really do like this foundation. The thing about it is that it gives me coverage, which I look for in foundation. I look for coverage. I'm not trying to just have like a your skin but better. Like, I mean, I can, but for me, I'm more of a more full coverage person. This foundation looks like my skin but better, but it's giving me coverage. I don't know how she did that because I mean, I don't know how she did that, but like my skin looks just nice and smoothed out even. And yeah, it looks good. I really like this. And I have like some marks right here on my face, just like kind of like black dots, I guess. I don't even know what they're called. But I have some right here. It's covering that. However, it looks like my skin but better. Like this looks, it looks really, really nice. I really like how this foundation is sitting on my face. I genuinely really, really like this foundation. Now I actually want to buy this foundation, and that's like not a good thing that I want to buy this foundation. That's really not healthy for my bank account whatsoever. However, I really like how this looks on my face. I genuinely love how this looks on my face, actually. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with like my favorite concealer. Well, actually I have a few favorites. I really like my concealers at the moment, but I like my Juvia's Place one a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Juvia's Place. And I just watched Patricia Bright, and she got her makeup done by a Fenty makeup artist. And she said to not bring you want to put the concealer up into it, into like the bottom of your eye. So I guess you want less product like right underneath your eye. So I'm just doing it like this right now to test that out. It's not gonna like affect the foundation. This is just kind of for me. And now I'm gonna go ahead and blend this concealer. And I'm just gonna kind of pat it and blend like that. And actually, I already like how this looks much better than I usually do my concealer. I usually just draw right under my eye. However, I like this method already, just from that one application. Yeah, that Fenty makeup artist knew what she was talking about. Oh, that's how I'm about to do my foundation, my concealer all the time. She knew exactly what she was talking about. Ooh, I'm living for my complexion right now. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, next I'm gonna go ahead and bake really quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Maybelline Master Fix setting perfecting loose powder. This is like a translucent powder. I really like Maybelline's complexion products from what I've tried. Like all of the complexion products I've tried from Maybelline are really nice. So this one is like no different. This isn't necessarily a complexion product, but for me it kind of works that way, I guess. That's kind of how I see it, as like complexion. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Fit Me powder again. And I'm gonna take a brush now, just go in and just kind of go over my whole face. Just for that extra layer so that I don't get super oily. Honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of give you a close-up of how my foundation is looking. I really like it simply because I like how natural it looks, and however, it's giving me the coverage that I want. Like, I don't really vibe with foundations that are kind of non-existent. I want it to kind of look like I have, this foundation doesn't look really like I have foundation on like that. And I like that, but you can kind of tell that I have foundation. You know, it's like a guessing game. Like, does she really have foundation on? What foundation is that? Is it full coverage? Who knows? But I really like how this looks. I genuinely, really, really am digging this foundation. Like, seriously, this foundation is bomb. This foundation is bomb. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my face, and then I will come back with final thoughts after I've given this a little more time to kind of sit on my face and just get used to my face. And then, yeah, I'll tell you exactly what I think about it at the end of this video. So keep on watching and I will be right back. Alright, so here is the finished makeup look. As far as this foundation goes, I really do enjoy it. I think that it looks so nice on my skin. I'm looking in the mirror behind you just to look at the foundation. I really do enjoy it. I think that it looks like my skin, but better and with coverage, which I genuinely, I love that. To me, that's the perfect foundation. Like if I were to ever make a foundation, this is the type of foundation that I would want. Something that looks like skin. It's not cakey whatsoever. That blends into your skin nicely, but gives you that coverage. I really love this foundation. I think it looks so good. It might be one of my favorite foundations that I've ever tried. Honestly, truly, like this foundation is so good. I know again that I give really good reviews for foundations usually. However, this one's just kind of blowing everything else out the water. I gotta be honest with you, which is, this is because it's tempting me to buy it now. And I really don't need to buy it now. Not the way my bank account is set up. I do not need to buy it. However, if you have the money, I would suggest that you buy this foundation. It looks so freaking good. I love it. This foundation is so bomb. So yeah, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you think of this foundation. Do you have it? What do you think of it? Do you think that my assessment of it, like how I described it, was on point? You know, just what do you think of the foundation? And please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I post every single Tuesday and every single Friday. And yeah, thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.